Good evening, welcome memories. I'm Brandon Bordeaux, and we bring you action here from the Mascouche Arena in Mascouche, Quebec for Game 1 of the 2025 Ontario Junior C Lacrosse Eastern Division semifinals, featuring the 4-seeded Kahnawake Hunters and the top-seeded North Shore Kodiaks. It's a best-of-5 series. The first 3 games gets the opportunity to move on to the East Division Final. There's a 12-team playoff. They go 2 rounds in each division, and then the top teams finally waiting and advancing until the end. The top seed will get a bye directly into the final. And division champions with the second and third best records in the playoffs will go head-to-head in a semifinal. This is Game 1 of the series. We'll be broadcasting live at 6:55 p.m. We're going to keep trying to do this to prevent talkback on the microphone, so I'm going to keep testing this out until we are successful in that department. The Hunters have entered the floor. We're still about 19 minutes away from game time. I'm going to keep you company here just until we can be 100% certain that we've eliminated most of the talkback that we're getting on the mic. That's why you were hearing the echo in the background. Hopefully that is gone here. It was gone in my last test just recently. I'm going to give it a listen here. Just testing 1, 2. All right, so now we're about 10 minutes away till game time. The Kahnawake Hunters and North Shore Kodiaks. Just testing to see if we have any talk back here on this. Welcome to the Ontario Junior C playoffs. Game 1, Eastern Division semifinals. The 4-seeded Kahnawake Hunters, the clear underdog as they make their way here to Mascouche to take on the top-seeded North Shore Kodiaks. Hunters were 5-11 during the regular season, 6-11 now after a convincing 15-4 play-in win over the Akwesasne Lightning to advance into this playoffs. There are 12 teams left in the chase for the Meredith Cup. 3 divisions, so division semifinals and then eventual division championship round will lead to 3 teams still being left. And when we get to those 3 teams, the top seeded team with the most points, will advance directly into the finals. And then the 2 versus 3 seeded teams will go head to head in what will be a league semifinal. Our 2 officials are Ian Garrison and David Paré. And we're 30 seconds away from game time. And the Kodiaks have entered the floor, the top seed in the East Division, 12 wins, 4 losses during the regular season. The Hunters 5-11 in their expansion season. And needing a major league performance throughout. Gotta stay out of the box. Gotta stay together as a team. And you gotta stay together as one. I know you're not going to be able to hear it because we're on the other side of the glass here, up in the cafeteria, kind of with an eagle-eye view. But they are playing the national anthems, and they will be playing them very shortly. They might even be playing them now. I can't hear them. Alright, so here goes. Game 1 of this East Division semifinals. The Kahnawake Hunters and North Shore Kodiaks, the 4 seed in the East against the number 1 seed. The other series going on in this division, the 2-seeded Nepean Knights up 2-0 over Cornwall. They beat the Celtics today 6-2. Nepean with 4 power play goals and an empty net goal. Offense in that series seemingly very difficult to come by. David Paré is one of our officials. Our head official for today's game is Ian Garrison. Jordan Jacobs gets the center. He'll take the draw for the Hunters against Justin Laverne of Nepean. We're underway. And Jacobs is on it for the Hunters. He's running 2 stays. Or he kind of does a stop, drop, and barrel roll. Stolen. Capella fires and a save made. Oh man, the Hunters cannot be doing stuff like that if they want to compete in this series. Just bear in mind, this is a series where North Shore basically has their best players from this region. And obviously the Hunters with a junior C team, a B team as well. That shot hits the post, goes out of play, Kodiak's ball. If you're North Shore, you got to try to jump on these guys early. If you're the Hunters, you got to hang in there and get into the game. Shot comes in, save made. Stone McGregor picks up the rebound. And the Hunters come back over center. This is Ruda Hadji Jacobs. Scored 3 goals the other night in the 15-4 win over the Lightning. Dash Divo on the outside, gets around the screen, gets the shot away. Save made by Tardif, the netminder for the Kodiaks. And now it's brought back in by North Shore. Sebastian Laughing, who was acquired in the trade. But the condition was he could not play in the elimination game against the Lightning, which he did not. Played up. This is Capella. He fires and it goes in. It trickles behind Bryce. And North Shore's on the board first. It's 1-0 Kodiaks. Anthony Capella, member of that 2023 Meredith Cup Championship team, gets the goal for the Kodiaks. Push on the back. North Shore ball. Capella, the 21-year-old, back out. Sorry, not 21, soon to be 21. Back up top, ball is fumbled. Played at center. Demers swings it over. Capella out in front, open look shot. Good shoulder save made by Bryce Montour. 18 minutes to go in period 1. North Shore 1, Kahnawake 0. Bouncer, shoulder save made. That's a field across shot. Amazingly does not hit the beams at the top. And that's thrown away. Another turnover by the Hunters. If you're Kahnawake, you actually just need to settle in here. I'd almost be interested to see a timeout. Dash Divo knocked it away. Or at least tried to knock it away. It was actually a crease violation on Capella, which saves the day for the Hunters. So they're going to Toko Van Domlin. Out in front, Dash Divo gets knocked into. Interference though. Slow to get up. He's good. Gabriel. Pass is deflected. Dash Divo picks it back up. Back out. Ruda Hadji Jacobs. Fires and he scores! Ruda Hadji Jacobs! The 15-year-old has tied the game 1-1. That's his 4th goal of the playoffs already. Teherokwinega Albany had 4 goals as well. So Ruda Hadji Jacobs ties this one up 1-1. Hunters win the draw. Russell Dalloway Gabriel comes out. Floor seems to be a little slick. You know, players are losing their balance a little bit. Also, the Hunters don't play on the floor, they play on the turf. Ruda Hadji Jacobs out in front. Cross shot, turned aside in a crease violation on Sebastian Laughing, who, when he was a member of the Akwesasne Lightning, he had a 6-goal outing against North Shore. The Kodiaks still beat the Lightning though in that game, 19-9, I believe it was. Anthony Capella back out, shot, stick save made, and it trickles across the goal line. Demers let it go. Montour had it and he lost it, and North Shore goes up 2-1. North Shore controls. Capella. Capella spins on Gabriel. Rustin Dalloway stays with him. Back up top. There's a howitzer kicked away by Bryce Montour. We got a whistle and interference called on the Hunters. And some pushing away from it. And a penalty coming up here on the Hunters. I like the fact that they're playing aggressively, but they got to know how to toe the line without crossing it. North Shore going to work on a power play. 2-1 lead, Kodiaks. 4 minutes gone by here in period number 1. Shot comes in, that's kicked away. And a rebound picked up by Kahnawake Lazar, who gets it over to, I believe that's Jackson Norton, number 15. Kahnawake Lazar, who scored on a power play, or on a breakaway. There's a shot, score! Sebastian Laughing gets his first as a Hunter. And that is a shorty. Sebastian Laughing, who led the Akwesasne Lightning Junior C team in scoring, has his first goal as a Hunter. And he ties the game up 2-2. Flushed out. Jacobs trying to scoop it up. Jackson Norton knocked it back into the stick of Anthony Capella, who settles things in. Game 2 of this series will be Tuesday here in Mascouche. Game 3 Thursday. We'll have all those games live. We will not have Game 4. We'll be in Clarington, the Junior B Hunters and the Green Gales in round 2 of the playoffs. The Hunters knocking out Halton Hills. And that'll be interference on North Shore. There at Aquanaga, Albany will gather it. Arnaquahaway Tuax, another call up out to Ruda Haji Jacobs. He shoots a bouncer, save made. Rebound lands, skips to the near side. It's corralled by Dash Daibo. Got to sidestep a check from one of his own teammates. And the Kodiaks are on it. And we got a delayed penalty coming up to the Hunters for a slash. That's the difference. The Kodiaks got numerous 20 and 21-year-olds. The Hunters got to play disciplined. There's a shot, save made. It's a slashing call. 11 seconds left in the 5-on-4. It's now a 5-on-3. Interesting coach's dilemma here. Do you shoot in these next 11 seconds? Because if you shoot and you miss or the Hunters get the rebound, there's a guy coming out of the box. Anyway, 9 seconds left to go, 5-on-3. Back out. Capella fumbled it. Jackson Norton trying to push it out. Played across. It's now 5-on-4. In tight. And there's a save. A rebound corralled by Van Domelin. Van Domelin skips it out. Snow McGregor carries it over. McGregor on the near side, gets it to Van Domelin. Shot clock's at 15. Shot clock at 10. So the guy Togo Van Domelin spins around at the restraining line area. Lost his edge. North Shore corrals it. Good work by Benjamin Claymont, the assistant, one of the assistants for the Kodiaks. Still 5-on-4 North Shore. We've got 1 minute left to go on the power play. Noseworthy swings it out. Capella back to Noseworthy, and Capella near side. Shot comes in, turned aside by Bryce, and he will get the rebound. Latour, and that's fumbled out in tight. Score! William Capella scores, and that's a power play tally for the Kodiaks. It's 3-2, and if you're the Hunters, again, you cannot turn the ball over. They've had a little case of the yips, it seems like, defensively at times. And look out, Ruda Haji Jacobs coming in on a breakaway. Turned aside by Tardif. Ruda Haji Jacobs, the call up from U17. Passed out. Shot clock down to 8. Kate Stacy checks his man. A shot comes in. Save made by Bryce. He's got his stick. Stone McGregor. Good battle. Yaya Lazar and Zach Nero away from the play. 12:15 remaining, period 1. Bounced over. Arakahoe 2-ax. Dash Daibo. Gets his pick. Fires, and that's turned aside by Tardif. A rebound. Daibo corrals it. Dash Daibo. Back out. Logan Gabriel. Pass is picked up nearly. Daibo lost his stick, and North Shore's on it. And it's picked up by the Hunters on the turnover. Dash Daibo gets it to Wyatt Cross, over center, near side. Here's Russ at Studgy Cross. Jackson Norton. Brewer to Haji Jacobs. Over to Norton on the near side. Jackson. It's 5-on-4 on a half. And we've got another penalty coming up to the Hunters. It's a holding call. Oh, we got matching minors. 2 minutes for hold, 2 minutes for a high stick, I think it is. Yeah. So we're gonna play 4-on-4, 11:21 to go in the first. You're the Hunters, you gotta avoid that kind of stuff. Shake off the noise. Play firmly, but play fairly. 3-2 here with 11:15 to go in period 1. Norton back out. Wyatt Cross or Logan Gabriel bounces off one. Gabriel has a look and gets it out. Jackson Norton out in front. That pass is deflected and nearly picked. Now it's handled by the Kodiaks. Remember, 4-on-4 here, so there's no advantage in terms of manpower one way or the other. Both with 4 players on the court for the next minute 25. There is 10:45 to go in period 1. We'll have game 2 for you on Tuesday, 7 o'clock here on Baby Blue Memories. There's a knockaway and a steal. Played up. Jackson Norton in behind the defense. He's in solo. He's turned aside by Tardif. Back comes North Shore. Russian Dalway Gabriel on defense. We got him. No, I thought I heard a whistle. Bouncer not on. That one hit the beams. Berdunya Gesu Jacobs. Here's Arakahoe 2-ax with Wyatt Cross cutting. 2-ax got the step. He's in. He drew a penalty. And it's a holding call, so it'll be a very rarely seen 4-on-3 power play. Good fan base for the Hunters here today. They've come out in droves. Without traffic, it's 45 minutes to get here. With traffic, about 7.5 hours. I'm joking, but kind of not really. Across the halfway point of this first period, Jackson Norton. Laughing scores! Sebastian Laughing has tied the game up at 3. That's a power play tally. 9:48 left to go in period 1. And he's got 2. Well, a player like Sebastian Laughing could make a really big difference for the Hunters. We were talking about what the Hunters struggled with in their 3 head-to-head losses with North Shore this year. And one of which was they were mostly stationary, mostly outside, mostly took the ball in. And ball turnovers on cue. Look at this. Turnovers on cue. North Shore forced the turnover. Capella, Anthony Capella rolls it up to center. Thomas Demers. And we're back to full strength 5 on 5 here. Full strength 5 on 5 here. Back out it comes, a drive, not on. Back out it comes, a drive, not on. That'll go into the Hunter's bench. That'll go into the Hunter's bench. Too many men on the floor. Too many men on the floor. On the Hunters. On the Hunters. Too many men on the floor against Kahnawake, so it's North Shore power play. This is power play. The third power play the Kodiaks have had. This is a bench Kodiaks have had. This is a bench. So it doesn't go against anyone directly. It doesn't go against anyone directly. Or wait a minute, Albany's going to the. Or wait a minute, this might have been a penalty for coming out of the box early. I'd have to see. Coming out of the box early. I'd have to see. It's stolen by Jackson Norton. It's stolen by Jackson Norton. Norton slammed up against the wall. Norton slammed up against the wall. And the Kodiaks come away with it. And the Kodiaks come away with it. Game tied here. If you're new to the channel, please like and give us a subscription. Please like and give us a subscription. Capella. Backdoor play. Turn aside. Good save. Turn aside. Good save, Bryce Latour. Stone McGregor. Stone MGregor has to get it over. Has to get it over. Hunter's really got to hustle here. Hunter's really going to get a shot away. They're going to get a shot away. Out of play. What a smart play by Laughing. What a smart play by Laughing. Veteran presence. Veteran presence. Sebastian Laughing. Sebastian Laughing. The 21-year-old. The 21-year-old. Roy, he's in his final season. He's in his final season, I believe, anyway. Rustin Sudging Cross lost his balance. Like I said, this floor's a little slick out there. Floor's a little slick out there. Game tied here 3-3. Game tied here 3-3. Kahnawake. This is game 1 of this best of 5 series. The other series in the East Division, the other series in the P and up 2 games to none, following a 6-2 win. Out in front, save made. Actually, and the penalty, we get an update on it now. The penalty was for too many men, so it wasn't a direct penalty. It wasn't on Albany. On Miles Horn, trucking. Miles Horn, trucking. And his pass is out of play. His pass is out of play. Or not out of play, sorry, but it went over the restraining line. Sorry, but it went over Miles was getting into it at the beginning with Evan Doyle. At the beginning with Evan Doyle. Tie game here, 3-3, 7-20 left to go. 7-20 Capella. Capella comes out. Fires. That's blocked. Fires. That's blocked. Goes out of play. And Albany's out of the box. We're even. Albany's out of the box. We're even. 3-3 tie. 3-3 tie. Noseworthy. Back out. Back out. There's a cranker and a shot. There's a right on rebound. Shot. Right on rebound. Swift wide. Hunters are fatigued right now. Hunters are fatigued right now. All the 5 that are out there. All the 5 that are out there. There's a shot. Kicked out. There's a shot. By Latour and the Kodiaks will get a third try. The Kodiaks went for a heavy hit. Missed it. And they score. Missed it. And they score. 4-3. 4-3. North Shore, timeout on the floor. North Shore, timeout on the floor. Charles Genois with the finish, and Charles Genois with the finish, and it's 4-3. Goaltender timeout. This game is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Well, trust the experts. At Pearl Spa Beauty Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. 4-3 lead for North Shore. The Kodiaks gain possession. Benjamin Claybound. Had the Lucy. Anthony Hughes sizes up Jacobs. Back out. Outside shot, stop the rebound. Outside shot, stop the rebound. Crease violation, North Shore. Crease violation, North Shore. Hunter's ball. And back comes Sebastian Laughing. Laughing up the floor. Kahnawake 2-ax. Picks it up. He's doubled or pinned against the wall. Kahnawake, the call up from U17. We got a trippy call coming up to North Shore. And a power play here for the Hunters. And a power play here for the Hunters. So that'll make it 4-3. Something's going on. 4-3. Something's going on. Bench. The Hunters bench. Oh, the Tendy's just getting a sip of water. The Tendy's just getting a sip of water. He's been busy. Shots on goal. He's been busy. Shots on goal. 17-6. 18-6. Kodiaks 18-6. 5:55 remaining period. 4-3 North Shore on top. Hunters on the power play. Hunters on the power play. Gabriel. Jackson Norton dash dive. No look pass and that's turned aside. No look pass and that's turned aside. Tardif. Good reflex stop. Good reflex stop. Press 30 Hunters. Jackson Norton. Press 30 Hunters. Jackson Norton. Logan Gabriel. Laughing. Now Gabriel. Laughing. Hot potato pass. Gabriel. Norton is open and he's turned aside. Open and he's turned aside. Tardif. Gabriel. Gabriel picked up by Laughing. He hits Norton. Picked up by Laughing. He hits Norton. He shoots and that's turned aside. He shoots and that's turned aside. Dash Dibo got it. Dash Dibo got stopped and the Kodiaks bring it in. Stopped and the Kodiaks bring it in. And that'll be over and back. Yep. And that'll be over and back. Yep. And Jackson Norton now waits for help. Jackson Norton now waits for help. Norton back up top for Gabriel. Back up top for Gabriel. Gabriel to Norton. 1 minute left to go on the penalty. 1 minute left to go. North Shore. Shot by Laughing is turned away. By Laughing is turned away. There's a lead pass that'll be a little too far. Intended for Brandon Fody here on the near side. Brandon Fody here on the near side. And the Hunters bring it back. And the Hunters bring it back. Period 1. 4:40 left to go. Kodiaks 4, Hunters 3. Kodiaks 4. Jackson Norton back up top. Jackson Norton back up top. Out to Laughing. Logan Gabriel. Throws it out in front. Dibo in too deep. Throws it out in front. Kahnawake Albany. Swings it out to Dibo. Dibo's it out to Dibo. Trying to go back door. That feed is off the mark. Picked up by the Kodiaks. Gabriel drives span into the wall. Good play, and North Shore good play is able to bust through that coverage. Excellent effort here by Mateo Ojo, and he's going to draw a penalty. And that'll put an end. To the power. It is on Logan Gabriel for a high stick. 4:10 remaining in period 1. 4-3 lead for the Kodiaks. 4-10 to play. We want to say, Yalagoa, thank you very much. Yalagoa, thank you very much. Spending your day with us here. Sunday. Afternoon. Lacrosse season, the best season is always when the playoffs arrive. Kodiaks leading 4-3 here. And the penalty to them is about to expire. So now the Kodiaks are on the power play. Capella. That's turned away. Stone McGregor spins away. McGregor hustling. He's going to have to get over center. The restraining line. He is over. Getting away from Anthony Capella. Getting away from Anthony Capella. Good hard run. 8 seconds to shoot. A bouncer. Tardif says no problem. Tardif rolls it. And Capella corrals it. And on the near side. This team is coached by Gavin Miller, who was the head coach of the 2020. He was a player on the 2023 Meredith Cup champions. Obviously was the same Kodiaks. Capella picks it up 5 seconds to shoot. He's going to have to get one here. Noseworthy fires. That's blocked. Shot clock violation. On North Shore with 43 seconds left to go. Jackson Norton. Wyatt's cross. Russ Dudging cross. Kahnawake Albany. Norton. 10 seconds to shoot. Jackson fires. Tardif the save. Tardif the save. Knocked away. In tight quarters. It's picked up by North Shore. 12 seconds to go in the power play. 4-3 lead for the Kodiaks. 4-3 lead back for the Kodiaks. Back up top. And interference on North Shore Hunters ball. On North Shore Hunters ball. Van Domelen. Penalty is over. So penalty is over. Killed it off. So the Hunters have killed it off. They are 3 for 4 on the PK. Togo Van Domelen's passed the flex twice. It actually hit a North Shore player and went out of play. So that'll be a... No, okay. All right. All right. Kodiaks get a break. Everybody gets a break. All those breaks even out though at the end of the game. Pass is turn aside all the way back out the center. 100 seconds remaining in the center. 100 seconds remaining in the first. Lazar on defense. Comes back out on defense. Shot comes in. Save made. A rebound. Lazar knocked it away. It goes to the far corner. The Kodiaks on a fresh 30. And that pass hops twice. Van Domelen picks it up. He's going to get cross-check. There's a penalty coming up. And that passed the flex. Oh boy. And Lazar's going to go to the bench as well. So when you got to keep your composure, there was already a penalty coming up. That is the 6th minor penalty the Hunters have taken already in this period. Capella got the extra 2. Capella got the initial 2. Matching minors for cross-checking. North Shore ball. Out in front. And it's deflected and stolen by Jackson Norton. Stone McGregor. And here's Sebastian laughing. Penalty coming up to the Kodiaks. Dash Divo back out. Sebastian laughing. Extra attacker on. Swings it out. Cross the shot. That's turned aside by Tardif. And a slashing call coming up to North Shore. There's 33 seconds left in the period. Obviously, as you can guess, a 3-second differential and the game clock. Hunters on a 4-on-3 power play here. You don't get to see these too often. This is already the second time we're seeing this period. Hunters 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Dash Divo, Jackson Norton. Divo. Quick stick! Score! Power play goal. And it's Wyatt Cross who has even the scoring at 4 goals apiece. 17 seconds left in the first. Hunters corral it, and they're not going to take a timeout. 10 seconds left. Gadunya Kessu Jacobs. It's it over. Jackson Norton tries a long shot. First period of play in the books. And a very entertaining opening 20 here in Mascouche Arena. Both teams have given it their all. If you're the Kahnawake Hunters, you take 6 minor penalties in that period against the top seed in the East Division. Game 1 of the playoffs, and you're tied 4-4. You got to be feeling good. And you got to also know that the discipline has to get better by the time the second period arrives. Kahnawake Hunters 4, North Shore Kodiaks 4, 20 minutes of play in the books. You're watching Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you in a few minutes for the intermission report. Testing 1 2. 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 First intermission report. Kahnawake Hunters in the North Shore Kodiaks all tied up 4 goals apiece. All tied up 20 minutes to play in the books. 20 minutes here at the Mascouche Arena. Here at the Mascouche Arena.